So then we got Black Panther going up against Black Manta. One has fought Namor, the other is Aquaman's greatest villain. But who wins this one? Well, let's find out. T'Challa is the Black Panther, King of Wakanda, one of the most technologically advanced nations on Earth. He is among the top intellects and martial artists of the world, a veteran Avenger, and a member of the Illuminati. Using his powers and abilities, he has pledged his fortune and life to the service of all mankind. When T'Challa became the Black Panther, he was allowed to eat the heart-shaped herb, which provided him with enhanced strength, endurance, and reflexes. He was also given a blessing from the Panther goddess, which elevated his enhanced strength, endurance, and reflexes to superhuman levels. T'Challa has demonstrated incredible strength, like wrestling a rhino to the ground, being able to stop an elephant's charge, and sending Namor flying off a kick. He's able to withstand crushing blows and puncture wounds, but really, his vibranium suit helps him out a lot. T'Challa's reaction time is far greater than most opponents, and his agility and flexibility far surpass an Olympic athlete. Black Panther's a genius on par with Tony Stark and Reed Richards, and is an excellent hand-to-hand fighter. He has been groomed to be a warrior since birth, and is a master of practically all forms of armed and unarmed combat. T'Challa is seen as one of the best fighters in the Marvel Universe, and has stalemated or won against such fighters as Iron Fist, Wolverine, Daredevil, and Captain America. Black Panther is king of a highly advanced civilization, and thus has tons of fancy gadgets. His suit is made of a vibranium microwave mesh, which robs incoming objects their momentum, and is completely bulletproof. He also has anti-metal claws, which breaks metal down at the molecular level, and energy daggers that are powerful enough to slice through various structures and foes. Finally, T'Challa can also call upon all the knowledge, strength, and experience from every Black Panther before him. And then in the other corner of Black Manta, a notorious pirate and assassin, Black Manta is one of the most ruthless and feared supervillains on Earth and Aquaman's mortal enemy. Now, Manta actually doesn't have any superhuman powers or abilities, but he's trained himself to near perfection, and is still very dangerous. He is in peak physical condition, particularly in terms of strength, stamina, and agility. Manta's been able to obviously battle against and hurt Aquaman, but has also been able to stab Mazas, who is the Earth 3 version of Shazam. He's also incredibly, insanely durable for just being a regular guy. Besides just going up against Aquaman, he survived incredible powerful punches from Mazas, and these were super sweet punches too, so it's safe to say he probably took a lot of them. He was actually alive and conscious after King Shark bit his face off, which is just disgusting. Manta is fast enough to dodge attacks from Deathstroke, who is 9 times faster than the average human, and has actually been able to hit a running flash of his eye beams before, which isn't just a testament to Manta's speed, but also his ability to study opponents, study his environment, and figure out where his enemy is going to be at a certain time. Black Manta is a highly disciplined killing machine, and is one of the best assassins the world has ever seen. He's actually managed to develop his own unique fighting style, which is able to be used on land and in water, and relies on his suit and weapons. However, he's a very adaptable fighter, and is able to use environment and improvised weapons at hand to his advantage. Black Manta has a large arsenal of weapons and equipment of his own design, which he paid for from all his years as a treasure hunter. His diving suit is completely bulletproof, and grants him a degree of superhuman strength and durability. He's also got his distinct helmet, which is able to fire powerful optic blasts capable of hurting and killing metahumans. Then he's also got daggers, harpoon wire, and a 2-bladed gun, all capable of hurting metahumans. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now, this is a really close one, and honestly one I can see going either way depending on the situation and environment. For example, Black Manta will win this fight 10 times out of 10 if they're under the water. But we're on land. So how does that play out? Physically speaking, these two are very similar, and I would say this is close to a draw. If I had to, I would give the slight edge to T'Challa, but I don't see his strength, speed, or durability being great enough to earn him a decisive advantage. Instead, this fight is more going to come down to fighting skill and gear and weapons. With fighting skill, Black Panther takes the edge. I feel like I can count on one hand the people of Marvel who are definitely better fighters than T'Challa. He's just so skilled, knows so many different martial arts forms, and also isn't afraid to kill opponents. Of course, Black Manta shouldn't be underestimated. This guy regularly fights against Aquaman and other metahumans, and holds his own or wins. He's also a very efficient fighter, using his weapons perfectly, and is crafty and resourceful enough to utilize his environment and use makeshift weapons on the fly. However, While Manta is definitely skilled, he's actually struggled with more skilled people in the past. Like when he fought against Deathstroke on land, Slade was beating him until Harley Quinn and Deadshot jumped in to help. Then with gear, it's actually really close. I would say both of their armors are equally durable, since T'Challa is able to take multiple Iron Fist punch from Iron Fist, while obviously Black Manta regularly goes up against Aquaman. However, while Panther's able to survive all those Iron Fist attacks, which is very impressive because Danny has managed to bring down the Helicarrier before, T'Challa was taken out by all those attacks. However, Black Manta's taken a lot of punches from Aquaman before, even while in the water, and Arthur is strong enough to lift up a cruise ship. So Manta's diving suit definitely shouldn't be underestimated at all, even though it's not necessarily vibranium. But the real question is who can get through the other's armor first? Obviously, blunt force attacks aren't going to do anything to either of them, so it's going to come down to the piercing weapons. Here I give the advantage to T'Challa, because look at it this way. His weapons are designed specifically to break things down on the molecular level, can phase through objects, and can be superheated. So they'll be able to size through Manta's armor on the first swipe. They'll also be able to get through and mess up his helmet. On the other end, Manta's weapons are all daggers, harpoons, and other bladed weapons, but they're steel. And so while they're able to slice through Panther's armor, they'll have to go along the grain just like any other weapon. But here's one thing we haven't talked about yet. Black Manta's laser beams. These things have been able to injure Arthur before and kill metahumans. But I don't see them having that much effect on T'Challa. After all, he's taken a blast from Namor, who possessed 1/5 of the power of the Phoenix Force, and his armor was only slightly damaged from it. Manta's laser beams will be able to throw him off balance, but I don't really see them ending the fight. So in my opinion, because of Black Panther's greater skill and weapons, I believe he claims the victory. Black Panther wins. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Sign off in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe button for videos just like this one every single day, and I will see y'all next time.